Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
The height of the profile, the size of the contact patch, as well as the notorious parameter are mistakenly interpreted by many as a radius. The ratio of speed and load indices. Tread pattern. When selecting, it should be taken into account that a particular set of parameters will only be best suited to certain operating conditions. Therefore, tires should be selected specifically for your requirements and intended operating conditions. When size matters, car manufacturers equip their models with the most unified tire size. If you have a medium-sized, low-power sedan, then, it will be in a 14, a 15, possibly a 16 in the expensive configuration, with an average value of the profile height to the width of the tire. For example, a 15 185 65 88H corresponds to such characteristics. In such a tire there is a balance between comfort when traveling, the impact on fuel consumption and controllability. It is information about the size of tires that were installed on your model of car standard, can be a starting point when choosing. All the information you need to purchase is labeled directly on the tire. This includes type of vehicle for which the tire was designed: P, passenger car, LT, light truck, ST. Special trailer, tire only for carts, trailers, vans, so it cannot be put on cars, pickups, trucks. T, temporary, used only for spare tires. 185/65, where the first digit is the tire's profile width and the second digit is the percentage that determines the profile height, in our case, 65% of 185. If the second parameter is not indicated on the tire, it is accepted to consider it equal to 82%. R15, where means that the tire has a radial type carcass. The absence of this marking indicates the use of a diagonal carcass design. 15 is the tire seating size, which should correspond to the diameter of the wheel rim. Tire and wheel matching. To view the tire to wheel size ratio, use the tire calculator, which will display the wheel in real time according to the given parameters. The calculator can also calculate, for example, the recommended tire size if you need to choose a tire for a specific rim size. For each tire size there is a recommended range of rim width, which should be taken into account when buying tires. The second important parameter is the wheel diameter. Exceeding the permissible values will lead to the fact that when turning the steering wheel to the extreme positions, the tire will hit the arch, suspension parts. The situation will be significantly aggravated when the car is loaded, which will also lead to touching the rubber to the wheel well when passing bumps. To choose the right tires for your car, use the car catalog for your model. For your own, approximate measurement will be required, using a 15 185/65 as an example. Disc diameter multiplied by 25.4 is equal to 381 mm. Total profile height is calculated by the formula 185 times 65 divided by 100 is equal to 120 mm. Adding up the obtained values, we get a wheel diameter equal to 501 mm. Influence of tire size on handling. Tire parameters and car characteristics are in close interrelation. High profile of rubber guarantees greater comfort of movement. The tire takes on a huge part of shocks when passing bumps. The other side of the coin is the deterioration of handling. When maneuvering intensively, the tire bends, slowing down the reaction of the car to the steering wheel. Low profile improves handling, but significantly increases the load on the suspension components, resulting in reduced life expectancy. You will feel road irregularities more clearly. Width profile. Width is the distance between the sidewalls of the tire at the manufacturer's recommended internal pressure. The main patterns for wide tires. The contact patch with the road surface increases, which in dry weather has a positive effect on directional stability and handling. Comfort increases when driving on bumpy roads. At the same time, the load on the suspension is not reduced, as the weight of the wheel increases. A larger contact area has a positive effect on driving on loose snow, but a narrower tire works better on hard surfaces, rolled snow, ice. If the tire width is reduced, the weight of the vehicle is distributed over a smaller area, resulting in increased pressure on the surface. In such conditions, the tread clings better, digging into the road surface. Disadvantages of a large contact patch: loss of dynamics, increased fuel consumption. Wide tires react better to the rutting of the road surface, which makes driving uncomfortable. But the main trouble is the increased tendency to aquaplaning, which should be taken into account when choosing the type of tread. With the same form of tread, a wider rubber will be noisier. It is also worth considering that the size of the contact patch does not always correspond to the width of the profile, although there is a correlation. Tread selecting tires for your car: be sure to pay attention to the shape of the tread. Characteristics of the main types: symmetrical pattern of the classic type, non-directional, the most universal option and the best choice for civilian use. Average performance in terms of noise, wear, handling and stability on the road. Symmetrical directional tread pattern is best suited for wet conditions. Deep grooves contribute to good water drainage. This structure reduces the rigidity of the outer part of the tire, which leads to poor handling. Also, herringbone tread is usually quite noisy. In the event of a puncture, the driver may encounter difficulties, because it is impossible to predict which axle will be punctured. Asymmetrical directional pattern tires are good at drainage. Less loss in steering feel than a symmetrical directional tread. Acoustic comfort, traction properties and durability depend not only on the tread, but also on the composition of the rubber. Therefore, when selecting a tire for your car, be sure to pay attention to the reputation of the manufacturer and reviews of real users. Classification: tires are subdivided depending on the operating conditions. The main types are. In conclusion, selecting the right tires for your car is crucial for ensuring safety, performance, and comfort on the road. By understanding key characteristics such as tread patterns, rubber compounds, and size specifications, you can make an informed decision that suits your driving needs. Utilizing a tire calculator can further simplify the process, helping you find the perfect match for your vehicle. Remember, investing time in choosing quality tires not only enhances your driving experience but also contributes to better fuel efficiency and longer tire life. Make sure to prioritize your needs and consult with professionals if necessary, ensuring that you hit the road with confidence.